The violence that Kiwis think of when they think of a Muslim has got nothing to do with the religion of Islam. I love my religion. Islam is a religion of peace and happiness. What did you think when you see me learning how to fight? I bet you thought I was a terrorist, right?
Who's next?
My name is Bilal Barekzai. I'm from Kandahar, Afghanistan. I came to New Zealand when I was 13 years old, so that makes me a 1.5 generation Kiwi Afghan. I'm a student at Otago University, currently studying a double major in marketing and information science. From the age of 13, I've always been dealing with buying and selling and always dealing with customers, and basically I've always had that interest about business. You know, I want to make something for myself. I don't really like working for someone else. I like to be the boss. G'day buddy, how are you? My name is Bilal. Hey there. G'day brother. Excuse me there. The most important thing in the world for me is to overcome the prejudice that people have about Islam. There's a debate happening. G'day Grant! What's happening, my brother? How you been? And the main topic is that Islam oppresses the rights of women. I've decided to hold a public debate that will tackle one of the most controversial topics here in New Zealand. The main theme is Islam oppresses the rights of women. See you there.
Thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm on a debating panel myself. Islam does not oppress the rights of women. In fact, we give more rights to the women in the society than what people think. So if you had time, please come along. We'll be debating with the Otago University debating team about this. Yeah. So if you had time, bro, just come along. It would be totally outside my comfort zone, eh? I mean, I've never partaken in a debate before. Dude. And I'm putting my head in the guillotine and gonna stand up over there and I'm gonna take part in the debate, and I don't know how it'll turn out to be. Sorry to take your time, I know you're in a hurry. Just quickly, I'm just gonna give you this. Are you alright? To some Kiwis living in New Zealand, a Muslim means first and foremost, beard. Is Osama bin Laden your uncle? Strapped suicide bomb. And no, he's not my uncle. Speaks, I don't know, Arabic, blah, 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 blah. And someone who's I guess quite narrow-minded, you know. I was thinking the song is about a country, you know, like my country. In my opinion, a Muslim should be someone who remembers Allah and is also helpful to the society, you know, within the barrier of the Islamic ruling. So helpful to society, to the kids, you know, to your parents, to your community. You know, family is always there that supports me in everything I do. I live with my parents, and that consists of my father, my mother, and my younger brother, Aimo. And also have an elder brother, Akmal, who lives with his wife, just a block down from us. Back in Afghanistan, my dad had a lot of influence in the government, so he was quite involved in the political side of things. Alright, let's go see my dad. I think he'll be a great guy to talk to, since he's got all that experience when it comes to debates and stuff. That's my three-legged Afghan lion. What's up, Gish? Hey, you good boy. Dad, what are you doing?
This is the cucumber. It's fell down. You know? I have to just hold the branches of that up there, so that's to
let it grow.
Yeah, to let it grow. You see the cucumber here?
Question. You know, I'm doing this debate, right? Do you think it's a good idea
It is a big responsibility, actually, you know. So you have to go for making your preparation for that. Have you well prepared for that?
No, that's why I've come to ask your advice, because obviously you're a politician, you know, and involved in law in Afghanistan. So give me some ideas. What do you think I should do? How to prepare for this debate?
Well, first of all, you have to go and talk with the most notable people within the community. Talk with the sheikhs, talk with the ladies knows most about the rights of the women from the Muslim perspective. And also at the same time, talk with the Kiwis, talk with the Kiwi girls in the women's. So please put your camera and just help me, come on there. Let's finish with the camera, come on and help me, give me a hand. You know?
Okay. My dad gave me some really good advice, and basically to sum it up, I have to do a lot of research. A lot of research. So I better get down to it. You got it, boy.
Is it safe to arm you with a knife?
Doesn't matter. I'll pretend I'm Chef Ramsay.
So what's the topic of the debate again?
Does Islam oppress women?
Does Islam oppress women?
Yeah.
Not Muslims, Islam.
Islam, so that's
the
whole
religion.
Yeah.
The religion.
The religion, bro.
Islam is perfect as a religion. There's nothing wrong with Islam.
That's
Like
what you
Islam.
think. That's what you believe.
Yeah.
But probably a lot of people in the world, in the Western society, don't believe that because they have no prior knowledge about Islam, which is why we have to do this debate in the first place.
I find the topic quite interesting because this might be something you might want to think about. Like, it's not necessarily Islam. It's the people who follow Islam.
Yeah,
that's like
cultural.
Cultural. It's culture. It's
like Saudi Arabia woman.
It's not even cultural. It's more.
It's got nothing to do with Islam, man. And I think people
politics too, you know. It's
Politics, power, and
women in our society, you know, are quite happy in the way living their life. They're not oppressed in any way whatsoever. In fact, they're living happy lives, just like you guys are.
Yeah.
You know, they might be wearing different outfits or so on, but in terms of that.
Man, your speech was so good, man, it's making me cry now. It's got nothing to do with the onions.
Let's take this food cook.
Let's do this, man.
Let's do it.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise, please take a seat.
I guess there's a lot of people in New Zealand, and I would be one of them, who question like whether Islam kind of undermines women's rights, because by wearing a veil and only being allowed to talk to certain people, I don't know, it just seems like they're not as respected and they're not as sort of free as men, I guess.
If a creator tells you that, you know, he would like us to, you know, cover ourselves up and not show our body parts or reveal our beauty to outside men, because that will invite evil. Yeah. In a way, then it's mandatory upon Muslims to follow that. But in saying that, if they don't want to do that, that's totally their choice.
So within the household, like if there's a disagreement between the man and the woman, like does the man get the final say?
No, not at all. The husband will need to, you know, consult his wife as the first point of contact when it comes to anything to do with the house.
So is there nothing in Islam then about women submitting to husbands and things like that?
Absolutely there is. If the husband tells you that you have to cover up.
So the husband does have authority over the wife then? She does have to listen to him and
she does have to listen to him, but it's not actually what he tells you, it's what Allah or what the Creator tells us.
But surely if part of Islam is about like women submitting to husbands, then that's partly responsible for the culture, and it's part of what leads, I think, to women being, you know, like a little bit oppressed, a little bit kept away and a little bit unable to speak out for themselves.
Well, that was an interesting conversation with Hannah. I was confident, but at the same time nervous. Confident in the sense that I knew that what I was believed in and the ideas that I was getting across were quite firm. But at the same time, I was nervous as to what was coming out of my mouth, whether it was opinions or whether it was actual truth. I'm about to see the Sheikh, who's the Imam of our community. None of us who will be partaking in the debate are religious experts. So I think it will be very important to actually get his wisdom.
तो सबसे पहले मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि अल्लाह ताला ने हम सभी को पैदा किया है, मर्द औरतों सभी को। तो अल्लाह ताला हमारे बारे में सब इंसानों से और सब मखलूक़ात से बेहतर जानता है। इसीलिए जो है अल्लाह तबारक व तआला ने जब इंसान को बनाया तो वो जानता है कि इंसानों के लिए क्या मुफीद है और क्या नुकसान है। पर इस्लाम में औरतों पर जुल्म किया जाता है तो वो डायरेक्ट ये कहना चाहता है कि अल्लाह ताला ने जुल्म किया है औरतों पर। तो औरत के लिए बताया गया कि उसके रहने के लिए सबसे अच्छा उसका घर है। हाँ, क्यों? इसलिए कि उसके बच्चे हैं। शरीयत ने बताया है कि औरत जिम्मेदार है शौहर के औलाद का, शौहर के माल का, शौहर के घर का। वल्मरअतु राइयतुन अला बैत ज़ौजिहा व अहली, कि औरत जिम्मेदार है शौहर के घर का और जो है उसके आल औलाद का, उसके फैमिली का, हैं कैसे घर को चलाए, कैसे बच्चे की तरबियत करे और जो है कैसे देख रेख करे, कैसे बच्चे। इसलिए कि हमें औरतों के बारे में ये फ़ख्र होना चाहिए, लेकिन ये भी नहीं मना किया कि औरत घर से बाहर नहीं काम कर सकती। औरत घर से बाहर जा सकती है, उसको ज़रूरत है, जहाँ शरई ज़रूरत है और शरई असबाब के साथ वो घर से बाहर भी जा सकती है। उसके लिए कानून कायदा भी उसी ने बनाया जिसने ये हुक्म दिया।
I would like to thank you for giving me your time.
Jazakallah khairan, all to you.
It's one day to the debate. I think I sort of feel that I'm representing the woman's perspective as well by doing this debate. It's important for me to get it right. Therefore, Nura will be coming over this morning, who's a Muslim woman, who'll be giving me her perspective about women's rights in Islam. What kind of responses do you get from most Kiwis about being a Muslim woman?
I know what they think, but it's not true. There may be women in this world who are denied their rights, but women in Islam have rights, and there are many. They're allowed to vote, they're allowed to go to school, they're allowed to teach, they're allowed to be engineers and doctors.
Do you think practicing Islam is accepted in New Zealand society?
I've had mixed experiences. The people who knew me as friends treated me like a normal human being, but people who didn't know me usually don't look at me. As you walk past each other in the street, they're looking at you before you look at them, and as you look up to look at them, they look away, as if scared, or as if I don't know exactly what they're thinking, what they're feeling, as if I wouldn't smile at them or say hello to them or be a normal human being.
What do you think about this debate that I'm doing? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you have any advice for me?
Be open-minded and try to see try to understand how somebody else is thinking before you answer too quickly.
Yeah. I'm still nervous. Very nervous, man. I'm hoping that I do good. Well, that's the intention that I'm going in. I guess raise awareness, you know, and remove that stereotype that people have about the woman, you know, living in Western cultures or even in their own culture, that they are oppressed or they have no rights or they're mistreated or men are better than women. That's all just a whole lot of nonsense.
I think maybe Brother Bilal can start talking about women's rights in Islam in general.
Yeah.
I can then talk about hijab. It's not because I don't want to start as a woman and I'm not allowed to talk first.
Education and workplace will be something that we have to discuss about, because people think that women are not to be educated, women are to be kept at home and their job is only to stay at home, look after their kids.
At this point in particular, it's very important to raise that if the woman chooses to stay at home to raise her children, that's the biggest type of work she can do, and that's the most noble type of work she can do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that is going to be, inshallah, a piece of cake, and we're going to win the cake.
Yes.
Yep.
And I want a big chunk of the cake. It's like 1:30 at night at the moment, and I'm super tired. I just want to go to sleep. I'm literally going over there representing basically the whole Muslim community here in New Zealand and the rest of the world. I need to be super prepared, and yet, am I? No. I'll sleep now. Time for me to go to bed. Kia ora, New Zealand. It's the morning of the debate. The day has finally come. I still haven't prepared anything. But I don't know. Either I will get up and make a fool out of myself, or I'll really, pull it out. Man, so much, so much. What do you think is the height from here to there? I feel like jumping, I'm gonna get in the ring, bro. Let's do this. Smell that. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Hey guys. Go ahead. What's up, everybody? I'm Bilal. Nice to meet you. Kira, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you again, Bilal.
We're here to discuss the ways in which the Islamic society is influenced to a degree that we think leads to the oppression of women.
It is our understanding that there is only one woman in the Quran who is referenced to by her first name. That woman is Maryam, or Mary, and all other women in the book are referred to by their relationships to men.
When we're looking at the effect that Islam has on people, we need to be looking at the effect that it has on them in today's society.
I would like to welcome to the floor Bilal to open up the case for the negative team.
Assalamu alaikum once again. May peace be upon all of you. I'll be talking to all you guys about the woman's right before Islam. A Muslim woman is required to dress a certain way when she goes out in public. An Islamic dress also liberates the Muslim woman, and she is automatically respected for her mind instead of her body. Simply put, she retains her dignity. It's like saying, I'm a respectful woman. I'm not for every man to look at, touch, or speak to. I'm protected, exactly like a precious white pearl, which if touched by everyone will become black and dirty. To sum up, the right of a Muslim woman is to be respected for her mind and for being her own person.
We think it's really great that women can be respected for their mind. We don't think it's so great where all women are treated as precious things like a pearl, where all women have to be kept clean.
Not every woman wants to have a whole bunch of kids. Not every man wants to be primarily consumed with raising money for his family.
What if it's the woman's choice? There are responsibilities of a man that are different to a woman. They're both equal, but they have different responsibilities. That's the framework of Islam.
If we are talking about whether women would like to choose wearing hijab or not wearing hijab, we love it. I look prettier when I put hijab, to be honest.
Women are therefore less able to have control over their own lives when they are subject to men having financial control over them.
According to you, people shouldn't have too many kids?
Not all choices are equal.
And where in Islam can you please tell me it says that women are not allowed to do that? Let us not ask CNN, BBC, CNBC or Fox News. Let us not ask a non-Muslim how a Muslim woman feels. I invite you all to go and have a chat with them and ask them, see if they feel oppressed.
So what we're going to do now is just have a quick audience vote to see what people thought. Who thought the affirmative team won today's debate? Who thought the negative team won today's debate? I think we have a majority for the negative team.
Although I must say I was actually very nervous standing up and trying to speak about Islam in front of an Islamic audience. It's, It's nice when we can get through it because it is such an important issue to be able to discuss, and if it is that close to people's hearts, if we can have a conversation about it without really upsetting people, then there's so much the better.
They gave us all some fun to think about. Many people welcome people asking about your faith, and that you guys are actually quite engaging and welcome that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I think a lot of us are afraid to ask because we think it might be offensive or challenging or.
It's good in a way. Overall, I think as you saw, the response from the audience was quite positive, and luckily I had good speakers on both sides of me. Say hi, Wasim.
Hello, everyone.
It's a beautiful boy, Wasim. He's married, by the way. Sorry, ladies.
I think it went well. I think for the first time, sort of into the debating thing, it went quite well. But definitely the vote at the end was quite biased, though.
Yeah, I know. Majority of them were Muslims, so yeah. It's time to party, boys.